Welcome into more Shadow Empire. It's round 98, and we got air attacked in a big way. So let's look here. First, we got attacked by some bisons here into our northern line where we had some MGs, some Gladius and main tanks, and we lost 100 MGs, but we held firm there. And then way on the other side of the Empire, some Boudikas struck and killed 100 bike boys. Not a big deal there. And then check this out, 310 Maronis, as well as 80 other aircraft struck us in this location on the road here, where we had some line troops, some MGs, some Wasps that intercepted, right, Thunderstruck, just one unit of Grenadier. They brought in all this air power, and we scrambled one unit, or one formation of Wasps, and so we ended up killing 30 Maronis, and we lost 10 Wasps there, but wow. What a concentration of air power, right? And guess what? They're not done. There's another one with 90 Maronis, 60 Boudikas, 30 Volkes, 30 Calibris, and this location on the road had a bunch of stuff. So I raised some new artillery units for us, right? The Loader 2s, and they killed 20 of those. They killed 10 of the bus that was carrying them, right? And then a Copper Plus 2 models. So we did not scramble there, unfortunately, even though we were within range, I think, but maybe just barely. And so yeah, they've got a lot of air power, maybe coming from Falst itself, where they have an airport, right? But that's most likely. So that's pretty scary if we can't protect with scrambling aircraft, right? And it's going to be next turn that we get the airport level 2 in Quepi. We can move our fighters over. They'll have a little more range. It's not that much closer, unfortunately. And then as far as Ramadas, they attacked with those rovers into one of our grenadiers that was newly raised, and we didn't do very well against the rovers, right? So we lost 500 troops in total, and they retreated there. And then they keep attacking our sentinels and guardians, right? And we're handing it to them. A couple hundred losses there. We stood firm, and that was it. So not too bad. All that air power. We just lost a buggy and some loaders, and since I had upgraded to level 2, right? They actually replenished from SHQ. So we have a full formation here in both of our units, and then for fun, oh yeah, the bolter bus is actually it's called a bus, but it's our APC, right? So we lost one of those because I raised some special attachments for Drake here, mechanized infantry, right, with the Copper Pluses. So that's where we took the loss. But if we look at a full unit here, 1,000 line troops, 400 of these bolter buses with 50mm steel plating and the Gauss machine gun, right, and 50 Copper Plus 2. So pretty impressive mechanized infantry unit there, I would say, to support our main tanks. So that's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to getting those in the field. We raised 2 of them for now. And yeah, we've gotten kind of pinched here, right? Which we suspected. We kind of abandoned the road up here, so they filled the space, and I think we're gonna maybe bait and switch a little bit. So we see that there's some tanks down here on the way to Falst. We don't know what's all the way down here. We assume there's a bunch of air power here, right? But our artillery it's very far away, right? So even though they're loaded in the bus, we don't have favorable terrain. We've got to cross a couple big rivers, right? So it's probably going to take us 1, 2, 3, even 4 rounds just to get up to here with our artillery. So what I want to do is, like, we have very good choke points around these little lakes, right? And so we can hold the choke points, and then I think I'm going to bring our tanks back around and hit all this stuff that came back into the open ground again, right? Basically like a little encirclement entrapment here. So I think that's the plan. I think it'll be pretty fun. Let's get into the vidcom. Luna's brought Corona CEO, so we're getting more of those. More fuel deposits in Torona. Leads to gain 14 support points. Just a ton. We're finally more than halfway through there. We discovered 4-engine extra heavy aircraft, which is pretty nuts. We operationalized the Heavy Assault Infantry Corps, and we discovered the motorized version there. And then we got some more money to population, right? Official gift, recruit military card, very good. Another militant propagandist. I know we have a lot of feats we could hand out to units, which we probably should. And as far as decisions, workers are protesting against Lynn's crony CEO that she bought, and 12 political points does hurt, but to get a kind of a free Virtus out of it seems worth it when we can just turn around and make her happy again, right? And our leaders like this gives us heart. Yeah, Lynn's relationship goes way down, so just make sure we don't forget, right? Let's find her here. Oh, she's just a governor now, isn't she? Just a governor, I say. She's very important to us. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Lynn. Stratagem. Let's just do... we could give her the other kind of estate gift. It's way too much political power at the moment, unfortunately. We'll give her the commercial gift here. Yeah, we just got another one. By removing the Crony CEO, we pay for this, right? And she should go back up to at least close to 100. 83, that's totally fine. Get back to our decisions here. Mall design, that's fine. Yes, we designed so quickly. As far as our next OB, I can't remember if you have to get the motorized before the mechanized. Let's just go ahead and get the motorized here. We're not in desperate need of anything else, I think. So this is the light tank version of infantry, right? And then more protests and some zone city upgrades. We're not going to upgrade Ground Spring still, and then it wants us to go ahead and upgrade Austin to a major city. We don't even have the political power if we wanted to, right? And then for protests, Pasha Ruins, we've got a decent chance here. We'll get more meritocracy. We're going to hang well above 70 here.
Aye, sir.
Success, very nice. Good job, Aiden. And then back in the capital with Apollo here, right? Our shiny new leader of Justice Knights. And he's got a solid chance here as well. Failure. So a little more unrest in the capital. And that's it for decisions. So let's check out our lesser front here. Yeah, they didn't attack us. They just shoveled around. We don't have perfect recon, but we do have fighters and spotters that are ready to go, right? Our fighters are 100 readiness here. We have one Wasp 2 model if we want to bomb some tanks first, right? Since they have the rockets. And our newly raised 13th with Remy here. I love that beard and cap combo. They're ready to go here. Slow moving though, so we can mostly surround here. Not quite. Definitely want recon here. How many bikes do we have? Should replenish here. Let's get the recon first. Just more MGs. This is the infantry brigade. There's the core. Yeah, Christie. So a lot of troops here. They're also just out in the open, so we could strafe with our fighters as well, and maybe even try to prompt a scramble since our fighters are probably much better, right? So the smaller unit is ready, but the big unit is not. Only 48 there, and this unit is. So let's maybe start by strafing even before we spot. I mean, there's a bunch of units here, but they've pulled back from our line. And I think we have 2 light tanks now. Yes, we do. So we could also attack with those. So let's start with the plane here, see how we do. Just regular wasps, right? They're very experienced because we moved them from our Nanu commune front. Let's attack here. It's saying bad odds. I guess the MGs can shoot at us, can't they? Yeah, we have the tactical bombers in range as well. Maybe we just come in at them with tanks. They're not going to be able to hold up to tank firepower. Where's our other recon here? 35 action points. We should be able to move away. Let's see. Okay, it's all infantry, but it's assault infantry, so they have some light tanks here. Blitzer 4, Crusader 5, so mixed. Because one's howitzer, one's high velocity. Okay. Very interesting. A lot of infantry here we can use as well. Let's see how ready they are. Oh yeah, they're pretty ready. Let's bring one light tank over on the flank here. Come in with the heavy tanks, or the medium tanks as well. That should do pretty good with just their MGs.
Attack formation.
Yeah. Very good. No losses, some kills, and they pulled back there. And then have 2 light infantries there. 1 tank on the flank here. Half ready. Since our light tank's in position, it's giving us bad odds. Let's come in. Let's see. With the infantry support, we're crossing the river, right? We're attacking into Savannah, it looks like. They're pretty entrenched already, actually. Maybe we'll just hold pat. I don't want them to totally wrap us here. Let's give them some infantry support since we had 2 units there. No, grenadiers and infantry, grenadiers, infantry, grenadiers and tanks. Push in here for 0 AP. To attack on the flank again, then this unit's gonna be pretty vulnerable. Let's just hold them there. Oh, I really want to punish all these. Let's do it. Yeah, tons of kills, right? 1700 there. And then, okay, good, you can still pull back here. Excellent. Where's our other medium tank? Wasn't it back here somewhere? There we go, okay. To punish their tanks here, right? So let's go ahead and move up our grenadiers. And then come in with the tank. You won't be able to support, but that's okay. Save our AP, right? Should do just fine, I think. They're kinda ready, but not really. We've got the experience, right?
Let's go.
Very poor roll there from Heathcliff.
Mission accomplished.
And got 1 more kill, made him pull back there, and they're gonna advance with the grenadiers, right? Double up here, and with our final grenadier, we'll support the double tanks here, I suppose. And then let's just save our air power. We don't need to do recon on all these units. They do have a lot. But so far we've been outclassing them, right? And on defense we should do well against their infantry, if not their tanks, right? Okay, we'll hold there for now. And then up here we have our medium tank and infantry. I think we do want to screen. It's giving us, of course, much worse odds. They're on defense, but they have this posture malice here. It would suck to lose a main tank to this just pathetic infantry, right? This one's very ready. Let's attack the less ready one first. Just tanks.
Attack formation.
Couple kills. Killed 3 useless panzer heads, right? Then we can advance for free here. Come in on the flank with the infantry support and the units that's more ready, right?
Do it! Do it now!
Come on, get a couple more kills. You can do it.
Mission accomplished.
Pretty good roll there for their commander, right? And they put 2 units on the asset, which is fine. MG infantry, not ready at all, but our tank's not ready either. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hold, I think. At least for now. Okay. And then yeah, those buggies really took it to our grenadiers there, so let's give it back to them with our main tank here. 441, yep.
Do it now!
We believe it. Not gonna get kills though. 1, 2,
Mission accomplished.
3 kills, okay. Not bad. And then we can attack. Where's our other medium tank here? Forgive me for all the clicking. Oh, we brought it up here. Duh, just used it. Okay. We'll also hit the light tanks, right?
Attack formation. Mission accomplished.
2 more kills. Very good. Not nearly as many action points, right? Because they're not on Blitzkrieg. And then totally ready to go. MG Infantry Brigade there. Third MG looks pretty ready as well. Yeah, we might just keep holding here. Let's at least get some recon over this way. Okay, that's where this buggy's retreated. This is MG infantry as well. Just gonna peek here. If we're coming on the flank, we're not. These are our heavy grenadiers, but we're not currently in like a defensive posture. We also have the light tanks. Not super ready, so let's actually just bring them to support here. Should do pretty good.
Do it! Do it now! Operation successful.
4 kills. Push them back. Vulnerable to a counterattack, but these rovers aren't going to generate enough readiness next round. I think we're fine just to hold there. Pull back into this open position, and then with our last light tank, we could come in against these light tanks that we just attacked. They're not ready at all. They're probably just going to retreat. Do we want to advance at all? We've been building entrenchment, right? Even though it's just all open ground here, right? There's nothing advantageous to hold on to. Coming with OHQ support and some biker boys. Yeah, they just retreated there. A couple kills, made them fall back. If they want to try to attack here, they can. We'll reinforce all these formations. We're mostly starved for political power, but we should be able to get troops back into every single unit that's lost any, right? And then no attacks up here, but they did have that helicopter attack, right? But we see their light tanks now. And it did raise 1 unit of bombers, but they're only half ready, right? Because we just fixed the airport issue. So we might just... Our light tanks versus their light tanks, right? It's giving us actually decent odds here. They have the laser gun there. And we just have howitzers on our Abrahams. So I don't love it. But we could come in on the flank here with infantry support. Let's do it. Let's come in with a big assault here. Yeah, pretty good actually. I want to see who got those kills. Attacker. Line troops got 1. The Abrahams got 1. Abrams got 2. Okay. Yeah, nice. Very good. Then we'll probably leave this one alone. The OHQ commander back, right? And just hold the forest still. It seems totally fine for now. We'll let the planes get more ready and then just maybe plug this gap with our militia a little better. Seems fine for now. I don't expect these mutants to come through here, but if they did, we'd kill them, right? Okay, I think that's it. Let me go ahead and adjust here, and then we'll get to our main front in a moment. Okay, so we actually didn't have enough logistics to replace here. There's a bottleneck, right, coming from Austin, unfortunately. So I did change our traffic light here to give us a little more logistics coming this way, but it is pretty far for us. Like, if we look at our pull points, we're gonna struggle to get enough supplies to a bunch of fighting formations here, let alone replacement troops. So since we haven't built anything down here, we may pull back significantly. Like, we don't have to hold this whole road, at least not for now. Like, it's kind of silly. Like, yes, we want to start a zone here, but we can't really support this front, I think. So we'll probably pull back closer to Austin. And, you know, we already moved out and fought with some units, so we'll probably do it next round. We'll see if they come at us, right? But we have enough supplies to fight and move out and whatnot. So we're not in any danger or anything, but that's probably the reality of the situation. until we can get a railroad. But I think we want to focus on other things first, right? We should be able to start building our metal soil filtration facilities next round, and that's going to take metal, right? And will just take a long time to get operational. So, okay, on to the main event. Yeah, let's try some bait and switch here, right? So we can build a little more road, I think. Yes, we can go all the way through here, through the marshland even, for nominal fee there. We're pushing logistics all the way, so we just have to hold this road and these bottlenecks, and then I think, yeah, we can shift around and punish here while we move the artillery further and further forward. So they actually can move a couple tiles here. Okay, good. Maybe the road helped a little bit to cross those rivers, right? And so, yeah, this is a major river. We could try to cross into this open ground, but then they're kind of in force here. Don't know the best way to actually pull this off. Because we're a little thin, like right here in particular, right? Where they had one of their airstrikes. Could shuffle the AT guns even further, but I'd much rather protect this, I think, from them breaking through potentially. And it's forested. There's no way they're going to get through AT guns and an MG battalion, right? And forest across a river. Like, it's just not going to happen for them. But let's pull back even a little bit, or we could just continue to hold this river. The issue is we want them to kind of come into here, but we need to be across this major river if we're going to pull it off, right? So let's just try to hold this tile. We're so saturated here, so let's see if we can pull, or we can even, let's actually cross this major river, and then we can assault them. Because just peeking here at readiness levels, mixed readiness, and yeah, we didn't get all our supplies, but now that we built the road, we should do fine. We're already getting 2k pull points here. Let's get our units across here. A couple lighted tanks. You're the only infantry in position at the moment to get across here, huh? We also need infantry to hold this marsh grassy, right? We definitely don't want to park tanks there. But again, if they want to push across, it's going to be marsh grassy and the major river. So let's just hold these 3 tiles. We'll pull back from here entirely. It's better recon up there. We've got 4 bikers. Let's have 2 in each location here. And then we've got 1 copper plus tank battalion there. So let's get both roughly equivalent there. The other one here, and then Drake. 2 up, and then maybe pull back to this. Oh, we have a lot of tanks here as well. Let's see how we do with this so far. If we want to go ahead and attack. You only have 42 action points for the light tanks. You only have 50, Yuri. 82, that's enough to hit these light tanks for sure. No support needed, I think. Okay, just retreated. Do we push there as well? We'll see, we might. Because we can bring in infantry support over here as well. Alright, we got the 5th. They'll probably be part of the bait, right? As opposed to the switch. 61 action points, that's enough. Just attack here, I think. We'll play it a little safe.
Engaging enemy. Mission successful.
Well, recover readiness, make sure we get supplied, and then hit them really hard next round is the idea, I think. have the infantry support as well, the mechanized. Let's get the grenadiers in the marshland. We'll get the remaining tanks just to hold here in the open ground, right, with buggy support. They're not pushing through that with anything over a major river, I wouldn't think. And then we can support in the marshland with some 4th infantry, some motorbikes. Leave one here. This is open ground as well, right? So let's leave at least 2 tank formations here, but we'll bring the other copper plus back across the river here. That's 126 action points, 116. We're gonna want some to push from. No, we could just all break through here probably. No, I want you. 77 AP. Let's do that. We can actually attack here. One of these units was ready to go. Let's support with the light tanks. Yep.
Engaging
Oh,
enemy.
what did we lose? Just a buggy. One of the first
Mission
models.
successful.
Bunch of kills there. Okay, yeah, we'll even let them come back into this open ground. I bet they will. And 2 tanks, bike boys, and the artillery can hold here, no problem. And then with our 4th infantry, let's see if the grenadiers can hold these forests by themselves. So let's get the tanks across here, and we're going to support with the mechanized artillery. We'll have you hold just in case they do a little breakthrough. Other infantry to support here. That feels pretty good. Leave the 7th in the forest there. And next round should be pretty fun. I think we'll get a ton of kills. We might want to move these out as well to get them in position. These other 2 tank formations. Infantry and artillery, can they hold it? Probably. It's just plains grassy. They've got some infantry. It's gonna be pretty hard for them, I think. Yeah, let's get them in position as well. 84 AP. 116 AP. There's maybe 1 too many in that location. Let's pull you over here, and you can go there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We also have main tanks up here, right? With MG support. Since there's this minor river here, yeah, we might as well try to hold it. And then the 5th can otherwise hang back here, and we'll see if they come into this open ground as well. I think that's all the attacks we'll do, so we'll see how they respond, right? We do have our Starfires in reserve. We'll be able to transfer our Wasps into Queppy next round and go from there. So I hope you join me. Imagine that. Okay, welcome back. It's now round 99. Holy moly. And we had some more big air attacks, and we've got some wide-ranging fronts here. So let's take a look at what happened. Over on this side, I think our fighters were just ready enough to go, but they did not scramble. So we had another air attack here, but we just lost some more regular bike boys in the forest there. And then Nanu Common, they followed up into the forest, attacking our line troops for there. We just lost the rest of the biker boys, unfortunately. But they attacked with some militia and some light tanks, and we did kill one of the Phoenix 3s, which has the laser gun, so not too bad for us. The bike boys are pretty expendable, right? And they also moved some more units down here, including some more light tanks, and they attacked into our militia, actually. But they just killed 100 rifle militia, and we killed another Phoenix 3s, so not too shabby there. They decided to attack into the heavy forest there, right? On the other end, look at that, 220 Maronis, 30 Calibris, 60 full Ks, right? But they lost some. Why? Well, I moved the helicopters down here and put them on scramble, and so they they attacked into that exact hex that they brought them in. So I don't know if they had recon there and were trying to kill our helicopters, but we did okay. So we lost 300 line troops 4. I actually raised 2 more of those mechanized infantry, so we lost 40 more of the carriers and 20 more buggies. So pretty significant there. 10 of the helicopters, and we only killed 40 of theirs. And so if we look, yeah, our bolter bus actually got a kill, right? Look at all those misses. So they tried. They used a lot of ammo, unfortunately. And then our helicopters got 3 kills there. So it could have been much worse, but we did get the airport up, so I went ahead and moved all our fighters over here, so hopefully they can be within scrambling range. And that was it. So otherwise, you can see they didn't push entirely into the pocket we designed for them, but there's still plenty of open ground here we can attack, and they just have a ton of units, right? While we continue to get our troops in position. And I built sealed road all the way here, so we're pushing just plenty of logistics, right? If we're just looking at the preview. And yeah, so I raised 2 more of these mechanized and attached them to Yuri, so they'll be ready to fight probably next round. Like if we look at Drake's detachments, they're pretty much ready, and they're also benefiting from Blitzkrieg, right? So that should be pretty fun to use those. I also upgraded some of our Starfires to the level 2 model, right? And went ahead and put the downgraded Starfire 1s on this front so we could bomb some tanks, right? But they are also getting their readiness up. So our Wasps, yeah, up to 70 readiness over here, it looks like. And the Shining Star is also at 70 readiness already. And we only had enough logistics to get 1, but we'll get the second one, I think, here. We're still seeing a bottleneck in Austin, but we're going to pull all our troops back. So let's go ahead and do that. We might send the militia this way across the sand dunes. They should be able to make it and get resupplied this way. But then as far as the 2nd and the 10th and the 12th, we're just going to pull them all back. So we're going to give up this asset, right? It's not that important to us, at least at the moment. And if they do continue to push all the way up here, we can much more easily support some troops down here if we need to. So you probably I don't think this is probably going to be interesting to watch. It'd be nice to continue to punish on the way, but we're still not getting all our supplies, right? And we should just pull back while we can, right? I couldn't even reinforce these units. And we'll pull all the militia up as well. As far as here, let's see. So, God, okay. Single AR 5, it's finally in the field and on this front, which is concerning. So 105mm high velocity gun, 100mm steel plating, right? We'll have to try to find a single AR 4 to compare it. It's definitely going to be better, right? Field testing is 0% complete. So this is the first model of its type, right? It's got 1,400 hit points. Looks like it has its own side skirts now, and 1,000 on the heart attacks. So we definitely want some air power to stave these off, I think. And then they have that militia and the light tanks. We could attack here again. And what is this saying they're supported by? So there's just 1. It's independent medium tank battalion, but there's just a ton of medium tanks here. So no HQ commander though, which is risky. But look at all those bisons, 140 of them with howitzers, so they could break through our infantry here pretty easily, I think, even in the forest. So we might just go ahead and try to bomb them. Let's see, we just have the 1 Shining Star. That's ready enough with the action points, so let's bomb. Let's get better recon first, and maybe send one of our fighters in case they get intercepted. Gun's only 81 here. Oops. Let's pull this militia back, just get a little more recon. And yeah, let's send one of our spotters. We've got plenty over here.
Birds are in the sky.
No interceptions, perfect. Okay, up to 155 recon. Let's send the other spotter as well. Yeah, why not?
Birds are in the sky.
Okay, we're looking at 300 recon, very good. And then Shining Star here. And we're going to send in our wasps with the rocket. We have one of them. Wasp 2. Oh, we did get the second Starfire here. Oh, that's the Shining Star, right? So the Shining Star is our soft attack version, so how much readiness do you have? Yeah, they're not actually ready. Darn. That makes more sense. Okay, we'll see if they can hold for one round. Get ready, Jolene. You're about to get smacked in the face, I think. Let's pull you back to the ruins at least. They're getting entrenched. We could put the light tank there, but it's likely to just die. But let's try to punish here again while they're so unready. 34 AP, that's fine. We'll come in on the flank, support with the infantry. Tank. Combat trainer down, couple tanks. Okay. Not bad, no losses, right? And then let's pull those light tanks back. Okay. And then I'm going to just do a full retreat here and report back in a second. Let's go ahead and look at the VidCom. Sometimes I get so excited about the combat, right? So Angus bought an exemplary CEO this time. Very nice. Maybe he's coming around. Fanny's been having more infighting in her management committees. Elite Circle gained 16 support points and became more extreme in its views on meritocracy. Well, that's not a bad thing. As far as we're concerned, we already kept our promise to get the civilization level up. Very nice. This is a tank destroyer model, so it's called the Shredder. And there you go, research complete, metal, soil, filtration. So we're going to start production there. Research complete. Also on ammo compaction, excellent. We got a peripheral mining card, patriotic collection, defense, Xeno diplomat. Group military, official gifts, send spy, ask for help. The other main thing I did last round is I bought as many high-tech parts as we could. I'm not sure where these other two are coming from. Maybe from some ruins that we're scavenging, right? But there were 6 in the market, and it cost us 4,500 credits, right? So it's pretty expensive to do. But we're going to need them for the metal soil filtration plants, right? So just curious how far what happened to the price here. So it's stayed about the same, it looks like, which is fine. And we were just going to bleed more money from if you have a bigger treasury with how the laws work now. So I figure we might as well get ahead of it. We're going to need more because I want to build them in all of our biggest cities, right? So if we take a peek here, industry, mining. Yeah, so it takes 4 high-tech parts each, right? 1 per round. The machines we can obviously support. It takes a good chunk of metal, not much IP based on what we're producing, right? And in the end, it's only going to produce 125 metal a turn, plus the rare metals and a little radioactives. But as we level it up, it gets much better, right? So the second one's then produce 300 metal a turn, and then 500 and 725, and we don't need a metal mine. But a lot of high-tech parts if we're going to build it in 3 different cities, right, to get to even level 2. But we'll start here. We already have enough machines to support the whole thing, right? So in 4 rounds we could buy more high-tech price, and maybe the price will improve, right? So I'll retreat, I'll get all those constructions started and report back in a sec. Okay, this is as far back as we could get for the most part. We might try to hold on to these ruins just because they're so defensible. We have some militia with androids and sentinels and stuff, but we'll probably just pull them all back all the way. We'll see. Like back to hold this river crossing, right? And yeah, this is a concern. We'll see if they can punch through here a little bit. But then we'll get more planes, and then we can hopefully again we're just gonna hold this whole front, I think, as much as possible, and maybe concentrate our push here if we can. But there's still a ton of units, right? So let's see, mixed readiness here. It looks like yeah, but the infantry corps, they have so many machine guns there. See some more rovers, right, and some crusaders, but just the downgraded model there. Some more infantry, and then crusader 5s, and some more rovers as well. And the crusader 5. So we don't have bomber support down here, but we do have wasps with Just one wasp too. So we could maybe hit this stack. And then come in with our medium tanks, right? It's already going to give us decent odds. And our other medium tanks up here can easily attack those Crusaders by itself, I think. Yeah, let's just do that first.
Attack formation. Mission
Get
accomplished.
them out of there, right? Need better recon still. Let's bring this biker across here. More MGs, they're ready to go. They've been sitting there. Another MG infantry brigade. Crusader 5s, that's where they retreated, right? And yeah, mixed readiness. They've been sitting in Savannah. Good hit with the light tanks here. They've got some tanks mixed in, right? It's their assault infantry brigade. Let's do a follow-up attack, maybe. If we come in on the flank here without any air support, it's looking pretty good. We could come in with some of the grenadiers or even the infantry on this flank. Yeah, let's just try with the infantry here. Missed OHQ, but we're getting the flanking bonus.
Move it now.
Lose some infantry, totally fine. It's probably time to upgrade our infantry models, right?
Mission accomplished.
Wow, that did very, very well. Overview. Yeah, we killed 1,800 there, including some rovers, blitzers. Okay. Very nice, very nice. And then probably don't want to follow with that few action points, and you have 60 left, just enough to attack if we soften them up, probably. Let's do it with those wasp 2s here. They're gonna get shot at. Unlikely to die from the MGs, I would think.
Returning to base.
Pretty effective in terms of kills, actually. So got one Crusader, some infantry there as well. Let's just see how we did on the readiness front. Just a small reduction. 12 to 1 here. We come with the light tanks. And then infantry on the flank here. We'll probably lose some, but I just feel more comfortable that way. Not the grenadiers, though.
Do it now.
Lost Abraham. 1 infantry. Looks like it was definitely worth it. So 7, 8 tanks, some buggies, bunch of infantry. Yeah, very good, very good. All right, just kind of holding them off for now, I think. Is there anywhere else we'd like to hit? Probably not, unless we just want to bring our light tanks into this huge pile of MGs. Let's see how our Wasp 1s do. Just as a little strafing run here. We still have the tacticals from way over there, right? Third fighters. Let's see how they do.
Bombs away.
Not expecting kills, right? Flak Battalion. Looks like it didn't really fire,
Returning to
though.
base, sir.
Interesting. So just reduced a little readiness. Probably not worth it. Although they were out in the open, right? Vendor. Yeah, this... I'm not seeing the Flak Battalion, so it must not have been ready to go. Yeah, not great odds here. What if we come in with all the infantry? Probably not worth it. One thing I thought about doing and then just forgot was to bring some artillery down here, right? We have some sitting in SHQ, so I'll do that. We need it. But I think we can hold with what we have otherwise, right? We'll reinforce. We could use more tanks. We have a metal stockpile, right? We could do it. But I think artillery will get the job done. We'll save our fighters for the attack there. Okay, before we get into the decisions, let's get into our main front here, I think. So they've loaded up some tanks here, but we have the AT guns in all these positions, right? But they could come in against just our infantry here, so we might have to bring some tanks back. After all, right, or just bomb them. And let's see how much damage we can do up here. It's not very ready. There's, yeah, Sinclair 5 sighting, right? Let's start with, yeah, down here, these light tanks. We've got plenty to work with. Let's bring in Drake. I don't think we need to flank here. Just push these guys out of the way, right? There we go, they retreated, we can move in for free, and now we'll come in on the flank, where they have 2 units.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, not bad, 5 kills. Got them to retreat again, right? And let's get our bikers in this pocket. It's better recon. Tanks and infantry will come in. Buggies on either side here. Let's see. Not getting great odds. They're pretty ready. Let's come in with Drake as well. Yeah.
Attack formation. Mission successful.
There you go. No losses. Killed Sinclair 4, right? Got them to retreat, and then we can maybe do a follow-up, although that's another big river. Definitely with the coppers. Got the light tanks as well, right? Coming on both flanks and kill a bunch of infantry here.
Attack formation.
Oh yeah,
Mission successful.
that feels good. Follow up again. Can really hammer this formation. Coming on every flank. Yeah, we should. Okay, so all part of the same OHQ, right? We don't need the light tank. Let's save it. Maybe we'll attack here with it.
Engaging enemy.
Oh yeah.
Mission successful.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Just like we drew it up, right? And then most of this stuff is going to be done now. But you can advance for free still. Still do that. How many action points do you have? 43. That's probably enough. Let's do it.
Engaging enemy. Mission
No
successful.
losses. Pretty good so far, right? But we won't advance into there. Can we punish this last square with copper buggies? Probably don't want to move these 2 out, right? They're defending this. They moved off this marshland, which we could push into, but we have to hold the road still. So just get our artillery maybe to here. We don't want them sitting in the marshland either, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. As far as our helicopters, yeah, this one's fairly ready, but it did lose one, right? So we might just have them intercept again. This one should probably fall back to the airport, unfortunately. How's our other helicopter doing, though? Yeah, not ready either. But it did move all our wasps in here, right? And they have plenty of readiness to intercept, so they should hopefully intercept next round if they try to airstrike us, right? Mostly Drake's battalion left, right? I think we used all of Yuri's except this unit here. And then we'll just get his mechanized forces into position as well, across the river here. Should we just move you back as well? Let's move you back to replace your loss, I think, since now we have the planes ready to go. And, okay. Let's look at the readiness here. They moved into the forest, but they're not that ready. these infantry aren't ready either. This one's a little more so. Since we have the tanks here, let's push across the river with infantry support from the 5th, right?
Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Good. And then yeah, we'll use the 5th to surround here and come in with Drake's mechanized forces into the forest.
Do it now!
Lost one buggy.
Mission accomplished.
Pushed him back off. And then maybe we'll try to actually hold that forest. With the 4th up. These guys are ready to be punished. Let's bring in both mechanized forces. That's a lot of gas machine guns, isn't it? Got them to retreat, right? Again, we can move in with 0 AP here. And then we've got all this Drake to work with. Let's go with the tank. One mechanized force over here. Pretty good, no losses. Killed a bunch of stuff there. Not even worth counting anymore, right? But starting to run out of action points and reducing readiness here. So let's come in with the other. Yeah, there we go. A lot of kills right off the bat.
Mission
Right?
accomplished.
Pretty effective. No tank kills, but they ran away. And then do we attack here as well? They're still in Plains Grassy. Looks like our mechanized artillery is done. But we could follow up with the tanks at the open ground if we want. Sure. Why not? Coming on the flank here with just tanks. It's open ground still, right? So we should be fine. They're not ready to go. Yeah. A lot of kills in the first round.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, pretty effective. Also want to come across here. They have one infantry that's ready to go with the artillery. We have the light tank still. 44 AP. Let's do it. Come in on the flank there. Let's get a little better recon as well before we commit. I think we'll be fine. We never upgraded these to the latest model, did we? Abraham 2s. There's some Abraham 3s in there. A few more kills. Okay. Pretty fun. And so then next round we'll have to decide if we want to push towards false now that we have our artillery in position, right? We probably will, so let's bring at least some tanks back. Save the light tanks. Again, if they want to push into this terrain again, we'll punish once more. I think that's looking pretty good. We have this one more unit of 4th we could bring down here to support some infantry. And yeah, this scares me a little bit. I have 2 infantry squads in each of these open ground, but the howitzers are going to tear them up. So this at least is the high velocity version, and I don't want to move our AT guns from here, I think. I did raise another heavy grenadier infantry to kind of hold here, but I wish I had moved them down here, so I might just strat move them. They won't be ready to go, which is pretty risky. It's like more of a liability. Let's see how they do. Moving to where the AT gun is in terms of readiness yet. Oh, that was the OHQ. Oops. Yeah, it has it. But let's still do that into the forest at least. And then we can move them out next round to down here, I think. 2 infantry, 2 infantry, 2 infantry. Let's just triple up here. We'll see how we do. Get the 5th down a little further. Right, get you into the forest. Again, I think that feels pretty okay. We'll We'll see if they want to attack us across this little river. We've got main tanks there and MG, should be fine. Probably don't need to bomb here. We could with the Starfire 2s, just to make sure they don't attack. Maybe we should. Bisons. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We'll see though. Okay, from there, our decisions, right, which we haven't looked at yet. So the committee issues for Davis. I want to say no here, but we really don't want the mine. We just got above 70 heart, and it's likely to be suppressed here next round. Let's see if we make her unhappy with anything else. Air Force Research Council is fine. We have to think about what techs we want, right? So we'll look at the thing there, and then our model. Tank Destroyer, how do we do? 106, just an average design there. But it's got a big gun, right? Heart attack of 1,000. We'd probably want to design a new model. It's not really worth getting into the field there. I don't know what we want next. Let's see how our infantry is. Yeah, we should just upgrade it. We're unlikely to get another level of tech. What is our strength of design? Yeah, pretty good. Base design's outstanding, right? Light Troops 5 might be the best we do in terms of the design. We could always upgrade their equipment though. Let's just do that. Infantry. It'll take them 3 or 4 turns probably, but
Yes, sir.
it seems worth it. Then we'll make sure our infantry outclasses theirs, even if they upgrade, right? Which I don't think we've seen upgraded infantry. Legionnaires 3, right? Chaucer's 3, I think is the most we've seen, but we'll see. Create custom formation type. Oh, I have no idea. I'll have to think about that. I'll probably do it off camera. And then, yeah, we've got some protests. So, from Melda here, we're not going to risk the roll, I think. We'll just pay this one-time fee there. Democracy, but in Richards Ridge, great chance here from Lynn to succeed. And she failed. Very poor roll, very poor roll. So a little bit of unrest there. And then Protoss and Orville were guaranteed to succeed here, is what it looks like. Get more meritocracy. Almost up to 80 here, even though we're going to get suppressed. Very nice. And then we can say, I do here and put her back up to 100. A little bit of government, which is fine.
Understood.
And then, yeah, we need a new commander for that newly raised Grenadier. So let's just get another military card here. So it's very cheap, right? Usually pretty solid in this department. Yep, there you go. Good enough. Like, no starting skill, but because of our feat, and he has some in high command cover ops. Only capability 2, but he'll be just fine. Has some improv and defensive tactics. Perfect for Grenadiers. Don't need to look at any more. Let's just get him in there. Dorian here. Yeah, he'll
Copy that.
do just well, or just fine. And then, okay, tax. We still want to discover some more military. We might just have him discover. We could get lightweight ammo still, the heavy guided RPG, or the quad machine gun, huh? Yeah, let's see if he can discover polymer armor, or even the charged cost small arms, even though we just upgraded our infantry. And then for economics, yeah, we don't need anything at the moment, so let's start on the machinery. Let's see, power banks, water purification, deep core mining. We'll get power banks. And then no target. Please just discover. Okay, I'll think about that. And then we have a lot of political power now, so let's see what else we can play here. We should play skill building seminar. It's so good, right? It's 13 political points. We can afford it. We're guaranteed a crit success here, right? And off the charts roll there, and everybody improves. Very good. What else? We have the Grand Convention, right, which will improve relation and XP. And we have a solid chance to succeed here, but is very expensive. That would bottom us out, right? But is a good card if you have the political power to spare. War Games gives a lot of XP to all your commanders right now that we have a bunch, but also a lot of political power. So we'll probably just save it. We could cut red tape again, but we'll wait for it to climb a little higher. I'll send some more spies, more likely off camera, right? And then as far as zones, I think we're fine everywhere for now. We'll just probably hold on to our political power, raise some formations. We don't really need to bootstrap any place. It's not pressing. And yeah, still need to find a meditator candidate, I suppose. I'll maybe also scrap a bunch of things off camera. So we can see if we get any fun cards that way, right? Because we have a ton of cards that we're not even going to think about using, right? All these majors and minor diplomacy things, etc. Okay, so yeah, pretty effective in terms of kills there for us. I think we have a game plan. I'm going to raise some artillery down here. We're pulling back. We should get some more. We're going to get some more bombers here, right, to stave off the tanks, hopefully. Maybe we'll get some AT guns as well. But there is a lot of open ground, so we might just need more medium tanks of our own in the end. Same with down here. But at least we're not seeing any medium armor from Vermatis yet. So, yeah, I think we'll make a big push towards Falst next round, right? With our artillery in position, and I hope you join me. Imagine that.